Welcome, lovely Leo, to your general timeless reading. I will begin your reading with crystal and turban seashell scrying, symbolic cards, and if spiritually led, I will also be reading tarot and oracle. Okay, let's go ahead and roll, lovely Leo, and see what spirit has in store. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, all who are with me in the highest divine realms of love and truth, I ask that you please give me clear understanding, clear communication, and interpretation skills to bring forth the most loving, truthful information that Leo needs to know most. Thank you, Spirit. What would you like to tell lovely Leo? Lovely Leo. Okay, we're going to go to the shell. I see. Thank you. Leo, you're the first person that gets the shell in this set of readings. Very nice. And who is Leo? Okay, and what is this? Okay. So, Leo, I'm seeing some kind of confrontation here. I'm seeing a masculine and a feminine. Spirit, is Leo the masculine? Okay, so Leo, you are coming through as a masculine. Now, this is not gender specific. We all have feminine and masculine within us. But there's someone here coming through as a masculine, uh, representing Leo. So there's something agitating you. About a feminine energy. Okay. Now, the thing is, the two of you are face to face. The feminine energy is kind of looking at you, kind of like, I don't really want to say in shock, but it's more of like, what did I do? It's kind of like someone getting on your last nerve and they don't realize they're doing anything. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the symbolic cards and see what the Spirit says about this. Holy Spirit, Holy Divine, please give me the top two cards for Leo. Please give me the top two cards for Leo. Please tell me when to stop. Please tell me when to stop. Thank you. Okay, that one's falling out. Do I take that one? No. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Leo, it's definitely feeling like you're agitated at someone here. Let's see what's going on. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have new job. And we have flexibility. I see. Okay, so Leo, you could be embarking on a new job, and it doesn't have to be a job. This could be a move. This could be a new relationship. So something new. Okay. And it's going to require you to learn how to be more flexible. So I feel like that's what's going on here. There's some kind of stress that is coming into your life because of something new, a new way of being, a new way of living. Maybe for some of you, it's a new schedule. But whatever this is, it's like it's agitating you, or if you're not to that point yet, Spirit's letting you know this ahead of time so you can kind of keep yourself grounded so that you don't get to this point. Because how I was seeing your face was just like, ugh, don't say one more word to me, that kind of thing. So, yeah, there's definitely something new you're embarking on, okay? And because you are, it is causing some kind of level of anxiety, or it will, okay? So yeah, it's going to be very important for you to start learning how to be flexible. And here's the thing. Okay, you see in the background here, I made it to where there were a lot of white clouds. White clouds are good. That means lots of challenges, but they're speed bumps. They're tiny ones, okay? And even though this is a bigger cloud, so this may be a little bigger than a speed bump, but it's going to go by quickly, okay? So it could be like with this flexibility, it could be like there are numerous things. There's one big thing. So this could be a move, this could be a new job, a new relationship, and then a lot of other things that surround that one big thing. Okay. And all of these things combined are teaching you actually how to be more flexible. It's kind of like a lesson that Spirit's wanting you to learn here. Okay. Because what this is going to do, if you notice, both of these are pointing to the right, to the same direction, right? So this is a good thing as well. So symbolically, you've got spirits trying to lead you down the right path, but in doing so, you've got to learn how to be very flexible in this situation. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Spirit, Holy Divine, where would you? Ooh, that was fast. I'm telling you, Spirit is working fast on these readings. Spirit's like right here, pick me right now. Thank you. What would you like to tell Leo, please? What does Leo need to know? Okay. Well, that one? Yes. Okay. What do we have? Okay. We have 3 of Cups. Spirit, that was in the reverse. Do you want this reverse or upright? Upright. Okay. Definitely something here about either community, celebration, friendships, something going on here. Let me pull some more cards and see what we've got. Okay, Spirit, continue with this deck. Yes. Okay. What else would you like to tell us about this 3 of Cups? What's going on here for Leo? All of these? Yes. Okay. Please be patient. I'm going to have to spread these out and see which order Spirit wants. Okay, which one first? Here we go. Okay, and next. This one. Thank you. Next. Okay, thank you. All right, bottom row. Next. Okay, thank you. Next. Okay, this one. Okay, thank you. And next. This one, thank you. All right, we've got our order. So what we have next, reverse or upright, upright, and we have 5 of Wands. And next we have reverse or upright, upright. We have the Lovers, okay? And we have reverse or upright, upright. We have 6 of Swords. Okay. We have the Hierophant. Reverse or upright, upright. We have Queen of Swords. Okay. And reverse or upright, upright. We have 9 of Pentacles. And the last one, reverse or upright, upright. We have King of Swords. Okay, so we do have King and Queen of Swords both. Okay. For some of you, this could be divine counterparts. Now, this isn't going to be for everyone, but we do have the Lover's card here. Okay, but now the Lover's card does not mean that it has to be soulmate, that it has to be a love romantic relationship. Okay, this could be family, this could be coworker, teacher, leader, anything like that, because we do have the Hierophant as well. So, the Hierophant is teacher, leader, spiritual teacher, someone who is more stuck in societal norms. But it's also a person that can bring blessings. So I feel like with this Three of Cups, and you've got the Five of Wands coming immediately after. This Five of Wands, this is definitely some kind of conflict going on here. Okay. For me, the Five of Wands is like the tug of war, like a push and pull type energy. And of course, it's in between the Three of Cups celebration and the Lover. So what I feel like is going on here, Leo, again, this isn't going to be for everyone, but what I'm seeing is it's like there is some kind of celebration. So I'm going to give you an example of what's coming to me. Again, just example. Let's say there are a masculine and feminine coming together in union, okay? Whether that's marriage, living together, but they come together, same household, okay? And then you have the Five of Wands. So then there's some kind of conflict that arises, this tug of war between the two, right? Trying to learn each other and learning flexibility here, right? And so what happens here is with this Six of Swords, I feel like Leo, this may be you, but it could be the other person, okay? Because I did see that you're the one that's frustrated. I feel like in one sense, Leo, as long as you can learn to keep your cool, give this time, realize that you are under a lot of stress with something new here, okay, that's happening in your life. For some of you, this could just be a new shift. It could be that you are raising in frequency. You could be going through another awakening or the first awakening. But there's something here that is a drastic change for you. Okay. And so I do feel like it's important that you realize you are under stress. So if the Six of Swords is for you, this could be you feeling, okay, I'm just going to leave. I'm done with this. This isn't what I thought it would be like. And I'm going to move to calmer shores. Okay. Now, on the flip side of that, this could be your person. Let's say you've already been through this scenario and your person's like, wow, Leo is really not flexible right now. Okay. Wow, I just saw a new side to Leo that I don't like. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go to calmer shores. This isn't going to work, right? But then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, this is a person of blessings, right? This is a spiritual teacher leader. This is someone who is, more with religious type entities, okay? And because this Hierophant is beside the Queen of Swords, I feel like although there's some kind of agitation, this tug of war going on between a masculine and feminine energy, that this Queen of Swords is basically like bringing in the energy of clarity with this Hierophant. Okay, so it's like through this tug of war, regardless of who this Six of Swords is representing, Leo, as long as you realize the stress that you are under and how you may be coming forth to a close loved one, and realizing that, you know what, this is going to pass by. It's not going to be here forever. Not very long at all. It's going to pass. So take a deep breath, learning to be flexible. And I feel like also finding the blessings. Okay. So what can you be grateful for in this relationship? Okay. Instead of looking at it as, oh, I'm just so frustrated. I can't handle this person anymore. Because again, this is something new. New things you have to give time. And, whether it's a job or whatever for you. But I'm giving the example of a relationship, a romantic relationship. So I'm going to stick with that for right now. So let's say, okay, then you start looking at, okay, what can I be grateful for in this situation with this person? Okay. And you do gain that clarity. Now, here's the thing. This is very interesting. Okay. Now, in this deck, you have both the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords that are looking straight forward. Okay. I'm going to show you here because in some decks, it's kind of like they're back to back, backs turned towards each other. But this one, they're looking forward. And in between is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. This is independence. Okay. This is pre-Empress energy. This is like beginning a new chapter and learning to be independent, learning to fulfill your own abundance here. So I feel like, because the King of Swords, this is someone who is very intelligent, very mature, could be mature in age, it doesn't have to be. It could be emotional maturity, could be intellectual maturity. The Queen of Swords, this is someone who is, kind of like, whoa, I have my boundaries set. Okay. Sword is raised. Be good to me. Be nice to me. Or I don't like this saying, but I feel like I have to say it. Or talk to the hand. I don't like it. I really don't. But I'm feeling like I have to say that for somebody. Okay. So anyways, that's what I'm getting with this. It's almost like, so there's one of you. I don't know who is who, because again, I'm seeing this in two different ways. So one of you is talk to the hand if you're going to disrespect me. And one of you is very, very mature in some manner. Okay. So I feel like what's going on here, though, the reason for this push and pull, the Nine of Pentacles being in between the Queen and King of Swords, it's like, I feel like it's because there's two people here, both who are, what's the words I'm looking for, Spirit? Both are attempting to continue a sense of independence, because this is something new for both. Okay. And you have it under the Lovers, this Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is definitely, it's like either way you go, this independence card is dealing with some type of couple situation. Okay. Yeah, I definitely feel like, so it's like with the Six of Swords, I feel like Spirit's saying, don't give up on this yet. It's too early. It's way too early, because this is something new. And again, if you haven't stepped into a new journey yet, you are on the brink. So please, I do recommend that you pay attention to this, so this will help you navigate this situation more effectively and see more what's going on. Okay. So I definitely feel like Spirit's saying, yeah, don't walk away. Don't start having thoughts in your head of, hey, you know what? I'm going to go see if I can find a better situation, because this isn't what I want. This is something that needs to have time, because I definitely see, with the Hierophant, there's some kind of blessing in this for you, Leo. Okay. It could be something as simple as learning how to be flexible. It could be a new job. It could be a new home. It could be, whatever it is, it's something new, and it's something, it's almost like God giving you a gift. Okay. But not being able to see that gift because of that push and pull, that tug of war that's going on. And Spirit's wanting you to turn your perspective around, and instead of focusing on, oh, I can't stand to hearing that person's voice one more time, instead of that, grabbing onto the perspective of, okay, what are the things that I'm thankful for in this situation? What are the good qualities that this, if it's a person, that this person, brings into the relationship? If it's a job, when we start new jobs, I can tell you as a nurse, oh my gosh, I did agency nursing. I was a supervisor at some facilities, but also I was at a certain point for a few years, I did agency nursing on the side and taught nursing assistant classes. So when I would have to travel for the agency nursing, I would go all over Kentucky, wherever, I accepted that they needed help. And if I accepted, then I would take on that job. Well, although Kentucky rules are genuinely, or I should say generally, the same, okay, the facility rules may not be all the same. And, as far as like where storage things are, supplies, medical supplies, all that stuff, you're coming into a new place and you haven't had time, to learn where is everything at. So it really can slow you down. It can really be frustrating. So I totally get it. So it's like trying to learn something new, and and you keep thinking, oh, just a few more hours. I got, and then it'll be over, right? But then there's the next time you have to go clock back in. So, you have to give it time. You have to, to learn where things are at, come back to that facility, so many times so that you can start learning, where everything is, and you can be quicker. And you learn their rules much better. Or you can choose to be in this Six of Swords energy that Spirit is not recommending, and just go on to somewhere else, never look back. Okay, but we all have free will. I can't tell you what to do, Leo, but I can say that Spirit's not recommending that. Okay, Spirit's recommending to see the blessing that is within this situation. But I definitely feel it's something about being used to being independent in a certain manner. Okay, for you and for another person, or you being independent and taking on a new job and feeling like a job is taking away some of your independence that you had prior to this. There's definitely something going on here. Spirit, what else about this? What else? How can we help Leo? This one? No. This one? This one. Okay, thank you. How can we help Leo? What's going on here? All of these? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. If you're new to my channel, Oracle cards, I do not read in reverse. Okay. So we have we have stability, harmony, and flow. Definitely. If you hang in there, you're going to gain stability, okay, harmony, and flow within the situation. And then we have storm, unexpected. Yeah, see, there's that tug of war. Okay. Spirit's definitely asking you to refrain from, how can I say this, Spirit? Refrain from being, it's one thing, yes, I understand when we get angry, we need to face our emotions, but we don't want to explode on someone, right? Because we're agitated, right? Because again, this person that I'm seeing has this look of like, what the heck just happened? What did I do? They don't understand, okay? So obviously, this other person isn't feeling the same pressure you are about the situation, or maybe they are feeling the same pressure and they just handle it in a different way. Okay. But I definitely am feeling like Spirit is really recommending to just, make sure that you stay grounded. Stay, do anything you can as far as meditation goes, whether it's working out, literally laying in bed, meditating, sitting up, whatever, working out, something to release some of that stress, okay? Independently, away from that person, okay? Um, yeah, see, it says receive, open. Yeah, Spirit's telling you to be more open, to open your heart here. Receive that gift. This is some kind of gift that you are being given. It's just needing the perspective to be able to see that it's a gift. Okay, not to lose sight of that. Self-care, energy. Yeah, I definitely. Again, I feel like meditation, staying grounded. If it makes you feel good to go out in nature, go out in nature. If it makes you feel good to go to the spa, go to the spa. Okay, but definitely do some things by yourself, things that help bring you back into your center. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what else. Let's get a few more oracle. Okay, so Spirit. Oh, okay. It says first, wait, Spirit. This one. Yes. Okay. It says denial, deception. There is a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios. Oh, to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage and discernment to dig deep into the truth of the situation. The Queen of Swords. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, what's going on here? Okay. So, let's say, again, using as an example a romantic relationship. You move in with someone, you see someone on their phone texting, okay, and because you have been through situations before that didn't turn out well, because let's say maybe a past person that you really gave your heart to, they were constantly texting on the phone and they were saying they were texting their friend when really they were setting up dates, okay? So you come into this relationship with this person. This person may work with their phone. I work with my phone a lot. I use, I've got all kinds of devices, and I have two phones that I work from, uh, and a laptop and a PC. So it's like I'm working on different things because I now have 5 different YouTube channels. Not to mention other things that I'm doing behind the scenes that has nothing to do with online, but I have to constantly be contacting people, that have to do with what things that I'm doing, or using my devices, my phone to, actually do work. So let's say that you come into this relationship with someone who's constantly texting on their phone, or okay, this is better. This is a better one. Okay, usually during the night, um, when I actually sleep during the night, okay, I get awakened by uh, my spirit guides, angels, ETs, and they will tell me something or they will show me something in vision. So I will grab my phone during the night and I will text it because I like using my phone now and putting it in like my phone notes, because it shows the date and the time on there. So if I need to come back and show somebody, and to validate, it's there. Okay, when something actually occurred, it's not something I could take a pen and say, okay, well, it happened this date and time, because I used to do that. I've got a book full, but I like doing it better this way. So let's say you get in a relationship with someone like that, that you wake up in the middle of the night and you see this person texting on their phone, right? And you get angry because you think, oh my God, while I'm asleep, they're here texting somebody else. When really it was just texting, making a note. So I feel like there's whatever this tug of war is, Spirit's saying, again, please, 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 Leo, give this more time. Regardless if some of you could be starting school, you could be feeling so overwhelmed. Spirit's saying, don't quit. Just don't quit yet. You have free will. You can if you want, but Spirit's really recommending not to at this time. Okay, give this more time, because if you hang in there and just make sure that you don't let your mind pull you back in from the past. Okay, God knows I've had to work on myself too. I'm not pointing fingers at all. Okay, I've had to do a lot of healing with my mind. Okay, because of my past, and so I totally get it. So if you start feeling like something is repeating, because this card's definitely saying it's not. It is not. It's something that you've been through before, something that really hurt you, that can appear this way to to you, that someone else or another situation is doing. It may feel like a repeat somehow, but Spirit says it isn't. Okay, it's something that is kind of like your mind is wired from the past, and you're gonna have to like decode that. You're gonna have to take a look at that, and investigate, find the truth. If you need to ask this person, it's okay to ask this person. Now, what's not okay is if that person, if you ask them, like, hey, in a nice way, why were you texting on your phone at 3 a.m.? And they go off and get angry, that's a red flag. Okay. But if they just, tell you and instantly give you an explanation, then Spirit's saying, it's okay to investigate. You need to investigate these things so that you can untwist what has been twisted. Okay. And realize that you are worthy of love. You are worthy of this new job, of whatever this is. Okay. All right. That's what I'm getting here. Anything else with this, Spirit? You've got this, Leo. You totally got this. Listen, guys, I know from personal experience, I know it's so hard, and it's so easy when you've been through stuff to just walk away. Okay? But whatever this gift is, if you put in a little longer, put in a little more time, this could be a side hustle. Okay, just give it a little longer. Don't give up yet, because Spirit says something very abundant is going to come from this if you just hang in there. It is going to give you stability, and you will find your flow. Okay, anything else? Anything else for Leo? Okay, I'm going to end it here. Lovely Leo, I hope this helps you, my friends. And as always, find your miracle in everything, because if we look hard enough, we will find it. Much love.